This is a step-by-step guide on how to build Jotunn Star, the wonder weapon, on Totenreich. First thing we need to do is turn on power, and you can just follow the prompts on your screen to do that. But if you're playing curse mode, you will not have those prompts, so I'm just going to quickly run through how to do it. If you're not playing curse mode, just skip ahead. We're going to have to repair 2 broken power lines. First one is going to be in the core foundry right here. Just repair it. Second one is in the market right here. Now just go up to the robot and enter its head. You can do this on either side of the map. Once you're inside there, just go interact with the computer. Then go over and eject to the dock, and it's going to eject you in a zombie. Head up the stairs and pick up the admin key card that zombie is going to drop. With that key card, make your way into the war factory, head up the stairs and interact with this door to open it, eliminate the zombies in here. Then pick up the Glock drop controller, head to Fishery Island and go down here. You'll see this purple ring and you're just going to want to interact with it right there, and it's going to use the Glock drop controller. Now this is just a time thing. You don't have to eliminate zombies. You just have to wait about 30 seconds. Once the timer finishes, it will unlock Pack-a-Punch and the power will be on now. Now that the power is on, make your way to the docks and interact with this button right here, and it's going to lower a big piece of steel in front of the ship that we're going to have to wall jump off of. Once it's lowered all the way, go ahead, wall jump off it, then aim towards the front of the ship and interact with the front of the ship, and you should pick up the chain links. Head over to Storm Bridge, and you're going to see this truck on the bridge. You're going to want to head to the back of the truck, and in this crate, you can interact with it to pick up the chili chunks can. Now head back to the market, and on this table right here, interact with it to place the chili chunks can. And if you do this before round 10, on round 10, you will get a special HVT Zursa bear. If you do it after round 10, the next round after you place the can, you will get the HVT Zursa bear. Once you get to that special round, you're going to start to freeze, so I'd suggest going inside so it doesn't slow you down and hurt you. Like I said, this is going to be an HVT bear, so it's going to be pretty tanky, but once you do end up eliminating it, you're going to want to go up to it, and it's going to drop a lantern that you're going to need to pick up. With that, head to the market. In the back of the market, you'll see this cabin over in the right corner. Go up to the cabin and interact with it right here to place the chain links, and interact with it again to start repairing the door. I'd suggest having a decoy or ether shroud, as this does take a little bit, but once you do repair it, that door is going to open. Head down the stairs and you'll see a table in the middle of the room. Go ahead and go up to the table, interact with it to place the lantern. Once you place it, you're going to see a bunch of different constellations all around the wall. Now you're going to see 4 different constellations on the bottom of the table, and we're going to have to go in a certain order to do this. With your back facing the stairs, the first one's going to be on the left right here. Second one's going to be on the right there. Third one's going to be on the back right there. And last one is going to be on the front right there. You're going to have to match them in that order. So start with the first one on the left. You're going to want to remember that constellation. Find it on the wall, interact with it. You'll see the blue orb float to the lantern. That means you did it correctly if the constellations are still on the wall. Now you'll just want to do this for the other 3 constellations in the order I showed you: left, right, back, and front. If you mess up and pick the wrong constellation, you'll see that there is no more on the wall, so you'll just have to go up and interact with the table again. Once you interact with the lantern, it's going to send a new set of constellations on the wall, so you're going to have to do it over again, starting from the left side again. I'd suggest having 1 zombie left to do this if you're playing solo, and if you're playing with a squad, just have your squad mate have the zombie on him so you can take your time and do this correctly. Once you do all 4 correctly, you'll see Astrid show up, and you're just going to have to follow her around the map so she can suck up souls of zombies. She will take you to a few different spots around the map where you're going to have to eliminate purple-eyed zombies near her to fill up her energy level. Eventually, she'll lead you right here, which is the last spot where you're going to have to eliminate purple-eyed zombies to fill up her energy level. Once you complete it, she's going to spawn a bunch of jump pads that you're going to have to take to get to the lighthouse. Do not take the zip line, take the jump pads. Once you jump on the pads, it's going to get pretty hectic as a lot of zombies are going to start spawning. So I'd recommend having Ether Shroud and Casimir's with you if you can. It does get crazy, but follow the jump pads to the lighthouse. Head up the stairs, and once you get up the stairs by Astrid, you're going to want to wait right here for the other jump pads to spawn in that opening. Once they spawn, you're just going to want to follow these ones to the very top of the lighthouse, and you're going to have to use wall jumps to get to these ones as they are a little more tricky. If you end up falling off like I do right here, don't worry, it just resets you where you were. Once you get to the last jump pad, just head up the stairs and you're going to see a ladder that you need to interact with. which will take you to the very top of the lighthouse, and you're just going to have to wait for Astrid to light the light in the lighthouse, and once she does, you'll be able to pick up the Jotunn Star wonder weapon. And this is a melee weapon, so it takes away your other melee weapon, and it has some cool features that I'll explain. You have your basic attack, which is just pressing right trigger to swing the lantern at zombies, and this thing is pretty powerful, so it's a pretty good wonder weapon in my opinion. Once you eliminate enough zombies with the melee attack, you will charge it up where you can shoot a fireball out of it. To do that, just hold left trigger, it will charge it up, let go, and it will shoot out that fireball. And if you press the right trigger 3 times fast, you'll get a blast charge, which is pretty powerful right there. When you pack a punch this thing, it gets even stronger. I just generally think this is a good wonder weapon. I really like it. Let me know what you guys think about it. And if this guide helped you in any way, please hit that subscribe button.